Hi guys, it's Stephanie here again. Welcome to my part 2 of Q&A. It's a Monday afternoon. I just finished my biology paper and it's my last paper. So I am a free elf. Okay, I'm not really a free elf, but more free to do the things that I want to do, like go out and eat and make videos. Yeah. So let's jump into the questions. I received more this time, so hopefully I can get through all of them as soon as I can, but comprehensively as well. Okay? Firstly, if you have a choice right now, will you choose to lose weight or remain status quo? Regarding this, I would say let nature take its course because I'm trusting my body and I've started to trust my body only quite recently in terms of my eating habits and exercise and just being more in tune with my body. So I would say even if I gain weight, I lose, it doesn't matter to me. Yeah. But definitely you can definitely tell a difference from like my physical appearance that I've gained a lot of weight since 1 year ago after A-levels. So which is actually, I would say, exactly 10 kg, which is quite mind-blowing to me lah, but it's okay. I mean, if it's for health, then health is more important than looks and weight is just a number. So regarding this, I would say let nature take its course. Secondly, did ED make you a very deceptive person? Yes, it did, because I deceived a lot of people around me and it hurt the relationships, especially my parents and some of my closer friends, and I'm really sorry for that. I'm changing my ways, definitely not deceptive at all right now. I try to be as transparent as I can with my feelings and what I want to do. So yeah, I think this deceptive portion of my life was back when I was addicted to exercise and I needed to get my exercise, so I told a lot of lies to people. So I think that was the peak of my deceptive characteristic. I don't know. Okay, next question. How do you deal with toxic relationships? I do not really have that many toxic relationships, but I would say if you don't get along well with another person, try to understand that person, get into their shoes. If that person does not cooperate, just try your best to cooperate, because it's always best to cooperate than defect. Using analogy from the game theory right here. Yeah, in terms of toxic relationships, just go with the flow. Try not to agitate that person, and just try to get along very well, because I'm personally quite an easygoing person, and I seldom have toxic relationships. Well, there is one example, but I'm still working on it, and dealing with this is just a work in progress. There is no one straight solution to do so, but just put in your effort to show that you care about that person and that person means to you, and try to understand that person better, so that, I mean, it goes two ways mutually, but yeah, just try to get to know that person better, and hopefully the toxicity will decrease. Yeah. Okay. What do you eat to regain your period? This depends a lot on your physical body. Yeah, because some people thrive on carbohydrates. They eat more carbohydrates, they get their period back. Some people thrive on fats, and when they eat more fats, they will get their period back. Some people thrive on protein. If you eat more protein, you'll get your period back. So it really depends on your body. But if you have not gotten your period back and you want to get it back, it's best for you to eat a wide variety of food. So include everything, all your micro and macronutrients, so that your body will not be short of any nutrients, so that probably you can get your period back. And if you're also underweight, reduce your exercise, or just cut away exercise, maybe normal walks to the bus stop or to buy your food, or just day-to-day activities are already counted as exercise. So you need to conserve the energy and do not exert yourself, do not put stress on your body. And that's in terms of physical stress. In terms of mental stress, get rid of the mental stress as much as possible, because it will also contribute to you not getting your period back in that sense. And you have to continue these efforts for months and maybe years, because your body functions differently from mine, and I've not gotten mine back, although it's been about 2.5 years, almost 3 years. Actually 3 years, 2.5 years, yeah. So it's best to eat as wide range as possible, get enough food, sufficient food, and probably you need to gain weight as well if you are underweight. Yeah, so with these efforts, continue it for months. Probably and most likely you'll get your period back naturally. Yeah. Next, IKEA veg balls are vegan, right? Yes, they are. That's why they are really yummy, and it's much better than the real IKEA meatballs. Although I've not tried the real IKEA meatballs, but the veg balls are good. Okay. Next, how much does a part-timer earn at Yao Yao or Milk and Honey? For me, Yao Yao, I started off at 6 per hour, and after 100 hours, my pay increased to 6.5 per hour. So yeah, that's for Yao Yao. I'm not too sure about Milk and Honey. Probably you can Google it. I don't know. Yeah. What made you decide to go vegan? Do you think ED sufferers should choose vegan recovery? I decided to go vegan because of the environment. After I watched If Slaughterhouses Had Glass Balls, 101 Reasons to Go Vegan. After listening to Gary Yourofsky's speech and Forks Over Knives and all those documentaries, I felt that it was, oh yes, and Earthlings, I felt that I could not bear to eat another animal, because I see the gore and I was disgusted by how the animals were being killed, like their throats were being slit, blood just spurted out from their throats, and like they were squealing for their lives, but of course they died, and I could not bear to eat any more pork. Yeah, that was my starting point. And I wasn't fully vegan, and I'm not fully vegan yet. I first turned pescatarian, where I only eat fish or seafood. I don't eat chicken or any land animals and stuff. So slowly transitioning right now, and as of now I would say I'm 99% vegan, and yeah, 1% is due to family occasions or unforeseen circumstances. Yeah. Do you think ED sufferers should choose vegan recovery? I think it really depends on your mental health. If you're coming from a background with eating disorder, and you choose vegan recovery, you can definitely get back your period. I am very certain of it. You can eat more freely. You will regain your love for food and stuff. But if you use it to hide or to conceal your fears of meat or fears of, I don't know, whatever other foods that are not vegan, then I think it's not a very healthy mindset to go vegan from then. But it's also hard to tell whether one is mentally and fully recovered. Do not fear any non-vegan foods before you go vegan. So I think it really depends on individual. Like you really have to ask yourself deep down, like, are you really recovered mentally, or are you just using veganism to cover up for your fears for meat and other stuff? But definitely I will recommend vegan as a means of recovery, because you can eat whatever you want, unlimited amounts of food. You will feel a lot more satisfied. You'll feel a lot more happier. Compassion. You'll have compassion for the environment, the animals, and you'll just be a happier person. I mean, this is from my perspective lah. So I'm not too sure about you, but definitely why not give it a try and see how it goes. Next one, how do you cope with studies and recovery at the same time? Okay, so at first, when I was at a really, really low weight, I knew that I had to gain weight, so I was eating very normally, like with my supplements like Ensure milk, and I was eating hospital food. So I did not want to divert my energy to eating. I wanted to study, because the time when I was in hospital, it was my continual assessment week, and it was the year of my O-level, so I knew that I couldn't slide back. I could not be lagging behind with my studies. So I really put my mindset into just studying, and eating just came normally. I ate when I'm hungry, I stopped when I was full. Yeah, so that was the initial part. After that, I would say I focused a lot on studies. I didn't really care about what I was eating. I listened to my hunger cues a lot. When I was hungry, I really ate. When I was full, I stopped. And I think it grew. I just internalized it in my body, and it became part of me. Yeah, I just ate whenever I wanted, whatever I wanted, and I could concentrate on my studies quite well. So there's so much more to life than eating. Eating is part and parcel of life. Yes, you do it 3 times a day, you make decisions on it, but it shouldn't be an overcast over your life. Like, it shouldn't control you. I mean, studies are more important than what you eat, honestly. Yeah, I feel that's how I feel, but eating will just come naturally if you listen to your hunger cues, and you can focus your energy on studies, which is what I'm doing right now. So I eat to fuel my brain, and I know that I am putting good food and good inputs into my body, and my brain is fueled, so I can concentrate on my studies better. Yeah. Okay. Next. Where will you be flying to? Okay, I just finished my exams, and tomorrow night I'll be at the airport, and I'm going to Melbourne. It's my 3rd time going to Australia within a year. Last year, after A-levels, I went to Sydney. In July this year, I went to Perth, and this time I'm going to Melbourne. So, because I love Australia so much. Yeah. And lastly, my last question is, this is so not related to eating disorder, it's just a random question. Do you know of any concealer that can cover up moles or scars? I don't use concealer. I don't use makeup on my skin at all, actually. Like, I'm the laziest person when it comes to makeup on a day-to-day basis. I just wash my face, dry it, and I'm good to go. Yeah, I don't use any concealer. But if you can look closely, I have 2 dots right here, which are like pimples. Like, yeah. And I can't be bothered to cover it up. So yeah, I'm not a good person to ask for makeup tips, but of course during performances and dinners or weddings, I will try to put some makeup on. One concealer I would recommend is liquid concealer from L'Oreal. I don't have it with me because when I used it, I borrowed it from my friend. But it's just a liquid concealer. You just dab it on your pinky, and then you conceal the affected area, spread it out nicely, then yeah, that's about it. Okay, that's all of the questions I've received over the past few days, And this is the end of my video. Yay! Okay, thank you for listening and hear me rambling. Hopefully I've answered all your questions comprehensively. If you have anything you want to ask me, can you just, I don't know, leave a comment or leave a comment or just ask me on anywhere lah. My social media also can. So yeah, that's all for now. Thank you. Bye bye.